Hello and welcome to Megaqwhat, the Tech Week in View. I'm Katie Scott. We're going to give you a roundup of what have been the biggest news stories of the week and what we thought of them. The Byron report on the effects of digital media on kids has now been published, and one of the biggest impacts is an overhaul of the video games rating system. So the Byron report made lots and lots of very sensible suggestions, but there is a little bit of a problem with it. Bringing in a classification system for games means that the British Board of Film Classification, bit of a mouthful, is going to have an awful lot more work. I mean, we're talking reams and reams and reams and reams of admin. Think about the number of games that are published each year. And on top of that, once you've classified a game, then it's kind of up to parents to make sure that their children, if they are under 12, aren't getting hold of these games anyway. Which, if you think about videos or DVDs, doesn't really work, because parents often don't really pay attention to ratings and kids often will do what the heck they want. So while the Byron report was important in raising points about how digital media affects children, will it actually have an effect? The BBC is reporting that we may soon be able to use our mobile phones when flying in European airspace. According to Auntie, Ofcom has issued plans that will let airlines offer mobile phone services on UK-registered aircraft once a plane has reached an altitude of 3,000 metres or more. So a passenger has already made a call from an Emirates flight, which is kind of breaking, aeroplane history. It's a really important move. But at the moment, aeroplanes are kind of like the last bastion of mobile phone-lessness. You can sit there for 7 hours watching movies and drinking gin and tonics and nobody can get hold of you, unless of course it's an absolute emergency, and then they can through, contacting the pilot or something. But it's nice knowing that, they can't get hold of you the entire time you're flying. And while I understand why Ofcom is making this move so that you will be able to make mobile phone calls from European flights, at the same time, it's kind of a shame really, isn't it? The battle between guitar maker Gibson and Guitar Hero developer Activision has just gone up a pitch. As we've reported, Gibson has filed a lawsuit against the game maker, claiming Guitar Hero violates a 1999 patent. But now the instrument maker has gone a step further and is suing 5 US retail chains in an attempt to stop them selling the game. So the battle between the Guitar Hero developer, Activision, and Gibson has really got quite nasty. Always knew that it was going to be some kind of lawsuit, but now for all of these American retailers to be dragged in just really means that this lawsuit could go on for a seriously long time and could cost a serious amount of money. But what could the outcome be? I mean, Guitar Hero is such a popular game that you can't see it just being pulled off the shelves, but at the same time, Gibson's a big brand, so they've probably got quite a lot of money behind them to keep fighting this. And it's really quite sad as well, because Gibson and Activision have been friends, as it were, for a very long time. They've been collaborating for years on the game. So I guess we just have to wait and see. But I have to say, I think the whole thing's an awful shame. So the Sony Fresh Start story has really annoyed quite a few people. I mean, it really has been quite a big news story. And here's why. So your shiny laptop arrives, you get all excited, you unpack it, you power it up, and all of these things pop up and you think, what the hell are these? And then Sony turns around about a month later and says, if you send us back your laptop, then we'll get rid of all of those things for you, we'll clean it, and it'll only cost you $50. But here's the problem, it was Sony who put those things on your laptop in the first place. So what's this story achieved? Well, basically, Sony's now done a complete and utter 180 on it. They're saying now, we're not going to charge, so we'll just clear your computer anyway. Lots of people, I expect, are probably going to send their laptops up thinking, yeah, hey, we're going to take advantage of it. So Sony's going to be left with a really big bill, and they've also had a couple of days of really bad press. Those were the biggest stories of the week and what we thought of them. Join us again on Monday for our normal news story, and in the meantime, have a cracking weekend. Thanks for watching.